This is Gary Atencio with CNTV, and today we're in Greenwood Village. I'm here with Osteostrong. Since 2011, they have provided the ultimate biohack, as you can experience firsthand how to improve your overall health by focusing on your skeletal system. I'm joined here with the owner of this location, as well as multiple locations, Preston. Thanks so much for joining us here today.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for coming.
Let's start off a little bit about yourself. You were formally educated at Winona State University, where you were the quarterback for the football team. Your past experience as an athlete, coach, automation and sales engineer led you to really helping others improve their health now. Share with me this journey that led you to Osteostrong.
Yeah, it's a great question. It definitely wasn't a typical path where, I imagined myself being involved in a company like Osteostrong back when I was in college. I worked several years in the corporate world, had a successful career, and then, like many families, had a life-changing health situation in my family where my father was diagnosed with cancer, unexpectedly passed, within a short period of time, and really turned a lot of things upside down. And the positives that came out of that for me were starting to question, like, what do I really want to do with my life? What impact do I want to have? Where do I want to spend my time? I don't want to just keep trading, my time for money in a company that I don't really believe is making a difference. And so I had this deep desire to help people improve their health and their longevity, and I was looking for the best opportunity to do so. And that's when I just happened to come across Osteostrong. I learned about what a meaningful difference this can actually make in people's health and longevity, and I wanted to get involved. And so this was back in 2017. There were no Osteostrongs in the state of Colorado, and so we decided to go ahead and move forward and help introduce this brand. And here we are, 5-6 years later.
That is excellent. A great story. Obviously, it takes something like that in our lives sometimes for us to pause and kind of look and see, what do we need to do? What do we want to do moving forward? I mean, the spine really is our lifeline, from our brain to our entire body. Is this one thing that we all have in common, which is our skeletal system, maybe more in need of support today than it was even a decade or so ago? What would you say?
Absolutely. I think, just modern technology and modern healthcare is enabling people to live longer. And we're starting to understand these other diseases like, heart disease and cancer and some of these other things better. But even if you make it through that gauntlet and don't come away from one of those diseases like my father did, the other thing that everyone encounters is we're losing bone density as we age, and that is actually the main reason that people get weaker as they age. Even if they're taking care of themselves, even if they're exercising and eating well, this causes just a gradual decline of our physical ability. It ultimately can lead to life later on being a lot less fun if we don't do something about this. So that's the problem that Osteostrong aims to correct.
Not only do we want to live longer, but we want to have that quality of life enjoyable when we do so. Where does the word osteo come from? I mean, osteopath focuses on the whole body, including the soft tissues, the spine, the nervous system. Does the Osteostrong experience kind of do the same thing?
Well, the word osteo actually just translates to bone. So, so when you look at a word like osteoporosis, that literally means porous bone. So, our bone is meant to be dense and strong, be able to flex and bend without breaking. And people with osteoporosis have lost a lot of bone material and have more porous bones. So the word osteostrong simply means building strong bones. That's what we want to help people achieve.
Osteostrong, bone strong, I understand it now.
Yes.
I mean, it's not a gym, it's not a diet supplement, pharmaceutical, or even a medical treatment. Instead, this is a unique system for developing your skeletal strength. What are the reasons our strength decreases over the years, and does it happen maybe a little earlier than most people even realize?
Absolutely, that is a great question. So an analogy I like to use for this is you can think of your bone like a retirement account, okay? So from the time that we're born up until about the time of age 30, all of us, men and women, are making deposits into this account, meaning we're building up our bone density. Most people don't realize that in our 30s is actually when we start to lose bone density for the rest of our lives. So you're basically withdrawing from that account slowly. In each decade that goes by, if you're not addressing this and you're not doing anything to actually make more deposits into the account, you're eventually going to run out of funds, right? Your bone density is going to continue to decline. You're going to continue to have issues. Each decade of life, you're going to feel weaker with more joint pain than you did previously. And that's the life experience that most people have, because they don't realize that this started in their 30s, and they think they're eating right and exercising right, but they have the wrong strategies to actually make meaningful improvements in this area of their health.
That's a great analogy. We got to watch our bank balance on the bones, basically.
Yes.
Osteostrong is a unique place where you can go to improve your overall health. What are the visitors going to find here in your facility? I mean, kind of describe the devices that we're going to see as they go through the circuit.
Absolutely. So the goal, let's start with the goal, right? In order to actually strengthen bone, we want to put as much force as we can on the bone safely.
Okay.
Right? So when we're doing weight-bearing exercise and we're walking or we're lifting weights, that's putting some amount of force on the bone, and that is good. But those things aren't actually putting enough force to put deposits into our account like we were talking about, right? It actually takes a lot more force to actually put a deposit in your account, not just slow the rate of withdrawal. So the machines are actually designed to put someone in an ideal position where they can safely put the most force possible on their bone. It's different than any other type of weight machine out there, and you're in your optimal position where you're most capable and can, most people can put up to 5 times the amount of force on these machines that they could otherwise do with weights. And so that's really the unique thing about the Osteostrong technology. If you can safely put 5 times more force on your bone than you're going to get weightlifting or doing other exercise, your body's going to respond to that, and that's actually going to cause your body to pull in minerals and start building bone again, just like it was doing in our youth.
Wow, what a unique approach. So quite different than the machines we're seeing in the gyms across the nation out there. I mean, this works for people at all ages and levels of activity. It impacts the entire body in many ways using a process known as osteogenic loading. In layman's terms, kind of explain that for my viewers out there, what that means.
Absolutely. So the founder of osteogenic loading is an individual named Dr. John Jaquish. Now, his backstory, he's a PhD in biomedical engineering, and his mother had osteoporosis, and she was concerned about the potential side effects of the pharmaceutical treatments, and so she wanted an alternative approach. So Dr. Jaquish, in his brilliance, was able to study, the bone density field, understand how it works in the body, and look at one of the first things he looked at was who has incredible bone density, who's on the opposite end of the spectrum as my mother. And what he found was it was a specific group of athletes. It was gymnasts. Now, gymnasts actually experience more force on their bone than pretty much any humans on the planet, and as a result, they have incredible bone density, as well as all of the other soft tissue and muscle tissue in the body. So that pound for pound, they're some of the most powerful people on earth as a result of the type of force that they experience. Now, taking that full circle to working with his mother, who's, at the time was in her 60s, he wasn't going to have his mother go start gymnastics, right? It wasn't a practical solution. So it worked, but it had a lot of downside, a lot of risk for injury. So he had to come up with devices that actually enabled the benefits of this high impact force with zero impact. And that's exactly what osteogenic loading does. It puts someone in an ideal position where they can safely load with way more force than they can doing anything else, and it's completely safe with zero impact.
I mean, let's face it, we've all been to the gym before, and I don't know about you, but when I leave, I feel pretty tired, many times wiped out. I mean, this is sweat-free, it's fast, it's done in minutes, you won't feel fatigued or even sore. How often do you recommend folks come in? Weekly, monthly? Explain.
Yeah, absolutely. So the goal of any exercise program is you're actually trying to stimulate a certain response from the body, right? So if you're lifting weights, the reason people don't lift the same muscle groups every day is because you have to give your body time to rest and recover and actually build the muscle stronger. With bone, it's no different. When you're loading the bone in this way, you're actually turning on bone building in your body, and then that process remains on for about a week each time you do it. So, we tell everyone, you're not actually getting stronger while you're here. You're turning on a process for bone building that's not normally on in your body, and that's going to remain on for a week. So all of the bone building actually occurs between sessions, and we actually only have you come in to load in this way one time per week.
Wow, that is impressive. I mean, the Spectrum system that is utilized here is innovative technology. But how important is a knowledgeable and friendly staff in helping these visitors understand their personalized and trackable results?
Absolutely. I mean, we kind of break that into two categories. Our number one priority is safety with every single person who comes in here. I mean, we have a lot of people coming in with osteoporosis or even severe osteoporosis, and a lot of them are scared of potentially fracturing. So they want to make sure that they're doing a program that's safe and that isn't going to make anything worse. So every single member that comes through here works one-on-one with one of our certified coaches. The nature and the design of the machines and how they work is inherently safe, but we take it a step further and we make sure that every person has one-on-one attention and guidance as they're going through. And then second to safety is we want to create just an amazing community and member experience for everyone that's coming through. We want this to be an enjoyable place that someone actually looks forward to coming to. And so that's the other benefit, where we're building these relationships with our coaches and our members, interacting on a weekly basis, and the members are getting to know each other, and everyone's here trying to improve their health in a positive space. So we really love the community that we've built here.
Absolutely. I mean, any type of activity, it can be, there's a risk involved, but you're taking an environment here where safety is job number one, and the second part is just making sure these folks are enjoying their time here. Osteostrong is membership based. The device circuit takes only minutes to complete, so your technicians are able to help us understand kind of that biofeedback, and can they recommend the best membership, or the membership's all the same?
No, we definitely tailor the membership to the individual's goals. So every person who comes in that's just even interested in learning about Osteostrong, we start with a consultation over the phone. We have limited memberships even available at this point, so we want to make sure that we can help everyone achieve the goals that they're looking to do. If they're not a good fit, we'll let them know up front. And then we have several modalities here that we will recommend or not recommend depending on an individual's goals.
So Greg, obviously at this point, I think the only question out there my audience would love to know is, how do they get started? What do they do?
Yeah, absolutely. So the very first step to get started, just to learn more, is you book a complimentary discovery call with our team. And essentially what that looks like is we're going to send you a little bit more information about our program prior to the call. We're going to send you a health goal assessment prior to the call. And then when we get on the call, we're going to review all this information. And we want to understand what your actual health goals are, and understand any questions you have about our program. And then if on the call we feel like it's both a good fit and we're confident that we can help you achieve your goals and feel like you're a good candidate for Osteostrong, then we'll talk through how memberships work and we'll get you started. So that's exactly how people come in and get started
the experience.
Yeah, exactly.
Obviously, technology is always expanding. What do you see in the future that basically didn't exist when you first came on board?
Yeah, absolutely. So, most of the people coming to Osteostrong are primarily coming to improve their bone density. That's kind of, again, the foundation of everything we've talked about. Are there other benefits? Absolutely. People get stronger, their balance improves, their joint pain usually declines. So there's a lot of things that happen to the body when you strengthen the foundation, but it starts with measuring bone density for most people. And so for anyone who's serious about, measuring bone density, in addition to Osteostrong, you really need two things, right? So you need put enough force on your bone, for one, to actually trigger this process. Very, very difficult to do with traditional exercise. That's why the Osteostrong technology was created. But once you've signaled this process to turn on, your body is then looking for all of the nutrients, the raw building blocks to actually build bone. And this is where a lot of people fall short. They think that they're eating well or they're taking calcium supplements and doing the right things, but they're not actually getting the nutrients needed into their body to effectively build bone. So this is why it's been incredibly exciting that Osteostrong has partnered with a company called AlgaCal, which is the best supplement company in the bone health industry. And the combination of doing Osteostrong with AlgaCal, we are seeing results that we've never seen before, that anyone has ever seen before, in improving bone density naturally. And so it's a powerful 1-2 punch. And at our locations here, we've actually now have a program that includes both of these called your Build Better Bones Guarantee. And just like it sounds, it's a 12-month program with a guarantee that you improve your bone density. And we do a before bone density scan and an after bone density scan. So it's completely objective. There's no denying whether you improved or not, and it's fully guaranteed.
Really increasing the bone deposits, if you will.
Yes.
But now with supplements, which is powerful.
Yes, exactly. You have to have both components in order to really make a meaningful difference in your bone health.
Greg, you moved to Colorado to be closer to your family. Your family really is the root of why you started this. You're passionate about helping others live a healthy and active lifestyle, and you believe with Osteostrong that they can achieve that. Is this rewarding work for you as you see people coming in like they are?
This has been the most rewarding thing that I've ever done, and I'm just so grateful that I took the leap in the beginning to actually start this journey. And I'm grateful for, our entire amazing team that we have around us that helps us serve these people in our community every day. And I'm grateful for all the members that have trusted us and have come in consistently and just seen these life-changing, amazing results. And, that's really what keeps us going at this point in these days, is the stories that we hear from people of being at a point in your life where you've lost the ability to do some of the things that you really enjoy physically, and then to hear someone tell you it's not about improving bone density, it's about saying, I can run again, I can go skiing again, I can do things with my grandkids that I previously didn't feel comfortable with or just wasn't even physically capable of. Those are the things that really matter in life, and that's what we want to help people regain and maintain for the rest of life.
Fantastic. Your family here is benefiting, and those that have passed on have to be very proud that you're basically sharing with the community what you've learned. Viewers, let's take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. What you're going to see is their website. On the website, you can learn more about the Osteostrong science. And if you're in the Greenwood Village area or Lakewood area, come on in and basically experience this firsthand. Obviously, a discovery call on the front end will let you know if you're a good fit, and they can set that up for you as well. They're basically here to transform the quality of your life and those you love. Once again, that is Osteostrong, a unique system for developing your skeletal strength. This is Atencio with CNTV, and if you don't know, now you know.